Hi everyone, my name is Rhiannon from Blue Dog Board Games, and today we're going to be doing a solo playthrough of a cooperative game called Solar. So this is not my personal copy of the game, just wanted to give a big shout out to Chris at Diary of a Lincoln Geek whose copy this is. Thank you so much for letting me play this game. I will also have a written review of this game as well, and when that one is already finished and uploaded, I will pop a link to this one down below in the description. In this game you are cooperatively trying to redirect power from various rooms in your ship that is hurtling towards the sun in an effort to try and get your ship back online and out of the way. This is like a hand management style game, spending action points, very like Pandemic-esque. In this game you are actually, when you're playing solo, controlling three separate like characters. They're all identical, they don't have character bonuses or actions or anything, so just three separate meeples you're moving around, and you have like a shared hand of resources as well. So we're all set up ready to go, so we're just going to get straight into it. So in a game of Solar Storm, you will see that we have three meeples here that we are controlling. We're going to be rotating between controlling each one in turn. We are all starting in the central energy core, and once power has been diverted from all of these surrounding rooms, we need to get back to the energy core. Only one of us needs to get back and switch the switch, basically. Spend one action point to get our ship's system back online. So here's some like face-up resource cards. Here's our deck. The game ends at any point when a room takes 4 damage. So you'll see some cubes at the side here. So there's usually 3 cubes when it's fully repaired. So this repair center down here has 3 cubes. So this one is at full health. When it takes damage, you remove the top cube from this like right hand side. And so the medical bay, for example, only has 1 cube left. So if it takes 2 more damage, that's the end of the game. The game also ends if we deplete this resource deck. Here is a damage deck. So what we're going to be doing is taking in turns to do our actions. Then we're going to be drawing some more resource cards. And then we're going to be resolving one of these damage cards, which tells you where in the ship damage is being taken. And these slowly start to like escalate. So first of all, it's going to be just 1 room only. Then it's going to be 2 rooms. Then it's going to be 3 rooms. And then you get to the whole breach card, where you're going to be like turfing through these resource cards. It's going to be discarding cards from that deck, like speeding the game along. We're just going to get into it and see how it all plays out. It is quite a challenging game, so we're playing on the easy setting today. So we have universal resource cards shuffled into this deck here. That's how I like to play because I like my games easier, and this is our shared resource pile. In a multiplayer game, you all have individual hands and you can trade between you. So on our turn, we can take up to 3 actions. So we can move, we can repair a room by discarding a resource that matches one of the revealed spaces when you take a cube off. You can activate a room for its ability, but only if it's fully repaired. You can divert power from a room, only again if it's fully repaired, by discarding these resources at the left hand side. So there's 2 different like resource columns here. You can scavenge for extra resources by rolling a die. You can share resources, so that's when you trade with this pile over here. And you can save your actions. So this is what I particularly like about this little co-op game, is you can take one of these +1 tokens and save your action for the next turn, and you can end up getting like a massive pile of tokens to use when you desperately need them. So I'm going to have a look at the room powers and see how I want to start the game, because the mess hall over here is looking quite poorly, as well as the medical bay. So we definitely need to focus on repairing them as soon as we can. I'm also looking to see whether immediately we can divert the power from a room. To do that, you need the room to be at full health and then to discard these resources at the left-hand side. But unfortunately, I can't do that on a first turn. So what I think I might do is actually focus on just repairing the rooms that are looking a bit more poorly. And I wonder to just take a resource card from the discard pile, then discard one from the resource deck. That's no good because there's nothing in the discard pile. Give a repair cube to another player from the supply. I mean, that could be good. What I think, all right, yellow person is going to spend 1. When you move, you can only move orthogonally. So that's one action. I'm going to discard a red card to put a cube on this red space here. Then I'm going to move down. This is my third action. So that's move, repair, move. 3 actions. Then I can take resources, so I can either take 1 from the face up pile or 2 from the face down deck. At this moment, I think I want to take 2 from the face down deck to get like a massive load of resources so I can use them for the next turn. Then we damage the ship. So let's reveal this one here. These 2 are discarded here because they're part of setup. You reveal 2 of the 3 room ones to do part of setup, and that's why some of the rooms are already damaged. Armory. So when we are damaging a room, we take the very top cube from the cubes on the right hand side, and then play passes to the next player. In this case, we are controlling red now. This isn't actually off to a very flying start. Usually you can get at least 1 room diverted like as soon as you sort of start the game, and that really helps you, because once you've done that, when you go to repair that room in future, it's a lot easier to repair. So you can just discard 1 resource to repair all 3 cubes, instead of usually you have to discard 1 resource per revealed like icon. So I'm struggling a little bit. I'm really needing purples. So I think at this moment, I'm just going to go around repairing a few things and maybe saving my action tokens. I could scavenge, but we have a hand size of 6, so I'm already at 5. So I want to make sure I'm using these resources, otherwise I'm just going to max it out. I'm going to have to just discard them, so I may as well use them for something. So red is going to come up here. We are going to discard this green, so that's 2 actions to repair you. Then I'm going to save my action for next time, so I'm going to take a +1 and not do that action right now. I'm going to take 2 from the deck again because I don't really want greens, but now I've got a green and now I've got a universal, which is brilliant because I'm actually starved for purples, and this needs a purple, this needs a purple, this needs a purple to divert the power. These need 2 purples, purple, purple, like everything needs purple. So I desperately need purples. We're at 6, so that's fine. If we draw any more cards, we would have to then discard. So now we're damaging. Bridge. Where's the bridge? Up here. All right. Blue's turn. So what have we got now? I really desperately want to try and divert power as soon as possible. So what I could do is I could move here, discard this universal to repair this purple space, and then as my third action, divert power by, oh sorry, no, that's wrong. I'm looking at that one. I was thinking that one's 2 blues and a green. This is 2 blues and a green. I'll do it up here then. So what I'm going to do is move up here. 1. This is my purple. I'm using that as a purple to repair. Then I'm going to discard the resources at the left-hand side. So 2 blues and a green to divert the power from that room. And we got some little tokens to represent that is now diverted. And that was my 3 actions. So let's think about it. We're controlling yellow next. Yellow ideally wants blue, green, and purple. If we take from here, we can only take 1, so that's not going to be very helpful. Up here, I could need a purple. Up here, I need blue and purple, so I'm going to take 2 from the draw deck. Oh no, 3 reds and a green. That's not great. Now damage. Repair center. That's not great either. Okay. Yellow's turn. So I actually wanted to use that ability. So remember, you can only activate the room's ability when it's fully repaired, because the ability is quite cool. It says give a repair cube to any other player from the supply. Well, I might actually do that though. So let's repair the room. So discard a red to put a cube on the red space. I'm going to then activate this ability. So I'm going to give a cube to another player. So that means as an action, they can just repair a room without discarding any resources. Who's next? Red's next. What have we got? We've got, Ideally, I want to start repairing this because this bridge is looking a bit poorly. But it's unlikely that I'm going to get all the resources needed to divert the power from it. So is that a waste? Probably not. Let's give it to red, especially as he's got the extra action as well. He could probably get going. So what did I do? I repaired, activated the room. I'm going to save my action for next turn because there is nothing that I can do really. I could activate the ability again of the room. Shall I do that instead actually? Yeah, I'm going to do that instead. So I'm going to activate it again and give that to red again because I'm going to now hopefully grab a blue. No, red. Yes, we got a blue. So what I could do is I could move red. Oh, I'll show you in a second. Let's damage medical bay. Oh no, that's looking poorly now as well. All right, red. So what's that? Give, take, or exchange a resource card with another player. We're okay for a second. So red is going to spend 1 to move over here. He's going to spend 2, 3 to repair the room. Then he's going to use his +1 action to discard blue, red, and a green to divert the power from the room he is in. And now we've got 2 out of 8. Great. And that's all of his tokens used up. Now, I think I don't really want those greens. So I think, again, we're only down to 2 cards. So we can afford to take 2. Yeah, the nanobots we've got, we're a bit starved for the purples. So maybe we can get going on this medical bay. Cargo hold. All right. All right, blue, over to you. So where are we? We're over there. It's going to take us quite a long time because we're going to have to go 1, 2 to go there. Maybe everyone else is over here. So maybe we should leave the medical bay to these guys and blue should start moving this way. Yeah, I think so. So we're going to go, let's just think actually. No, we're fine. We're going to go 1, 2. And I think just repair. Yeah, let's repair. While we're here. Repair that 1 square. Yeah, I think so. And I think, whose go is it next? Yellow. What do we need? We could divert power from this room, in which case we'd need a second purple. We also need a purple and a red in here. So I'm going to take 2 and hope that they're useful. I need a second green. All right, we'll deal with that in a minute. Engine room. Okay, it's not going too badly so far. It does escalate quite a lot, so I don't want to say that too early. Over to yellow. So where are we? We're over there. So we could go, I don't know whether to just bide my time a little bit because I'm looking at this medical bay, but I'm in a fully repaired room here, which happens to be the repair center. So that would be really useful to just activate its ability to give a repair cube to any other player from the supply. Because I could give that to, I could even give it to red to move down here. Or I could give it to blue. Yeah, I think we're just gonna take a second. So I'm gonna give, whose goes it next? Red. So if I did red, and again, I'm gonna do that twice. No, you know what? I'm gonna do it 3 times, and I'm gonna give this one to blue. Red, red, blue. And that's it, that's my 3 actions. I've activated the same room ability 3 times. And then what I'm gonna do, controversially, is grab this green And then we can damage the mess hall. That's good because that's in one of our diverted rooms. Red. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have enough actions for this, but that's fine. So 1 action, 2 action, 3 action to repair the room. Then if we manage to keep it non-damaged, we can discard these to activate. Oh, hang on. I completely didn't want to do that. Let me take my cards back. In fact, did I want to use them? Did I want to use them? I'm just thinking I'm already at my hand size. I think... Oh, I don't know. I may as well use them. I'm going to use 1. Let's use 1 for the purple. Let's discard the red. So we're fully done there. Then, whose go is it next? Blue. If I take a red, then you can repair the room with that green, blue, purple. So let's go red. And then damage. Crew quarters. That's okay. Blues go. So blue is going to discard this green, I think, to fully repair the room. Then we're going to discard a red, purple, and a blue to divert the power from that room. So that's 2 actions. Whose go is it next? Yellow. Just thinking, do I want to activate that ability? Take a resource card from the resource deck or from the visible supply. I don't think the greens are going to be particularly useful for yellow. So I might save my action for a minute. Yeah, I think so. He's still got a repair cube as well. And then I'm going to draw 2. Oh, they're greens. There's so many greens. At least we've got a universal. Here we go. So this is escalating a little bit now. So medical bay and crew quarters. Crew quarters. There we go. Yellow. So unfortunately now the medical bay can't be repaired because we need to repair it a little bit more. But red can do that next time with his little cube here. So I think you're going to start coming over here to the engine room. But then I need this blue. No, we're okay. So let's actually move 1, 2. And I think I'm going to save my action as well. Yeah. Oh. Okay. I'm going to take 2 from the deck because I don't really want all these greens. There we go, universal, that's going to be nice, and red. It's going to be the medical bay again, isn't it? No. Bridge and cargo hold. Really need to get over and repair this center as well. So red's turn, what we're going to do, we are going to discard this cube now. Sorry, not discard it there. Pop it on here. So that's 1 action. We're then going to do a universal and 2 greens to divert the energy. 2 actions. And unfortunately, the room ability says, as 2 actions, give 3 action tokens to any other players. And unfortunately, I only have 1 action point left. So what do I want to do? Maybe I think maybe I'll stay here. I can't get to anything that poorly in the vicinity. I need to get to the crew quarters. So I'm going to save an action as well. Or shall I scavenge? When you scavenge, you roll the die. If you roll a 1 or a 2, you don't pick up anything. If you roll a, is it 4? Here we go, 4 or 5, you take 1 card, and that could be from the deck or the face-up pile. And if you roll a 6, you can take 2. Just thinking, blue's next. What's blue gonna want to do? let's scavenge. I'm gonna scavenge 4. So do I want this green? Yeah, let's take a green. Okay, then I can take 2 from here if I want to. So where's blue gonna go? Blue's probably gonna go down here. Yeah, let's take a blue. Okay. Probably should have taken 2 from the pile. The thing is, if you keep continually taking 2 from the pile, you have to make sure you use them, because that just escalates the speed of the game a little bit more. So damage the ship, crew quarters, oh no, and mess hall. Okay, see, crew quarters, if crew quarters takes 1 more damage, that's the end of the game. So we need to get there now. Luckily we have enough resources. So blue is going to come down. Do we want to repair the room we're in first? Probably not. Because this is this room has diverted power. Remember, I only need to discard 1 resource to actually fully repair it, and it's only got 1 damage at the moment, so it can afford to take another 2 before I start worrying about it a lot. So we're going to ignore it. We're going to come. I also don't think I want to do the, or do I actually? Take a resource card from the resource deck or the supply. No, we're okay. 1. I'm going to do 2, 3. 2, 3. Yes. So that was blue and red, I believe, wasn't it? Yeah. Do I want to do the 4 with my +1 action? Probably not. We're okay just for a second. We're going to draw 2 though from here. Lots of greens. Damage. Engine room and repair center. All right. Yellow. So we were going to try and divert the power from these rooms. Did I not divert power from the repair center? Oh no. We don't even have any cards to do it with now. Oh, that's a bit of a pain. Maybe we can set red up to do it next time then. Take a resource card from the discard pile, then discard 1 from the resource deck. I don't really like that. But then that could actually help us here. All right, shall we do a bit of fiddling around with that then? Give, take, or exchange a resource card with another player. Sorry, thinking. Actually, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3 to fully repair this room. Then we're gonna spend my +1 action to give, take, or exchange a resource card with another player. When that happens, that basically means there's no other players, so you can just do it with the face up pile. And I'm going to take this blue because I can now draw. I'm going to draw 2 from here. It's getting a bit low, and then damage. Engine room. No, I've just left that area. And medical bay. Oh god. All right, red. Come on, red. We're gonna come down here. 1, 2, fully repair. 3, action, discard all 3 resources to divert the power. That's my 3rd action. So we've got 3, 4, 5 of the 8 so far. Who's next? Blue. So blue is going to need red, purple, basically blue, reds, purple from this area. We need to also worry about this one as well. That's reds and purples. So I really don't want these greens. So I am actually going to draw 2 from here. And then damage. Bridge and armory. Bridge, armory. Oh, everything's looking poorly. Blue. So he's still doing okay. He's still got a repair cube and a +1 action. There's nothing that I can really repair. I really want to try and fix this armory up because its power is give 1 protection token to any player, discard if the room that the player is in takes damage. So we've got these up here, protections. So we've got little shields that we can give to, we can either put them on rooms in some instances or the players keep them, and it just absorbs damage, which could be really good at this moment in time whilst we are anticipating the 3 damage cards. So maybe I should move up there. Shall I move up there? But yellow is going next and you could move there instead. But I'm actually a bit concerned because we've got this one that's looking poorly, this one and this one. So they're all at opposite ends. So what I could do is have red take care of this one a little bit. Blue take care of this one and yellow take care of this one. Oh, I don't know. 1, 2, 3 on the blue space. Go on, we're going to do the universal 4. Oh no, we're going to keep that. We're going to discard for the 4th action our +1 and our repair cube. I keep doing that. So that is fully repaired. And if I had an extra action, I could divert the power, but we're going to just have to wait. Yellow is next, and you're going to need all of these, but we don't really have them. So we're going to take 2 from the deck and hope that we get something useful. Nope. Yes. All right. Armory and mess hall, for God's sake. Just repaired it. So yellow, we're okay though, to be fair. The mess hall is fine. The bridge is not. So I think let's move over to the bridge and let's just protect it a little bit. So let's go 1. I don't want to use this purple. The purple seem to be in rare supply. Oh well, we're gonna have to. 2. I don't have a blue. I don't want to use this universal one. Shall I scavenge? No, I'm gonna keep my action. Nothing's gonna die next turn. We're just gonna bide our time. We're gonna take 2. Good, purple, purple, purple. I need blues, but okay, we can work with purples. Repair center and cargo hold. For God's sake. Cargo hold is looking poorly again as well. Red. So the engine room is very poorly. We could, who's going next? Blue. We're gonna move over here for 1. We are gonna discard this for 2 and repair that. Go on then. Ooh, yeah, 3. Repair that. What do we need? We're gonna go for a big load. Hopefully we get blue. Yes, we do. Perfect. But I think this is, yeah, I knew it. This is when the 3 room is gonna come out. So crew quarters, armory, oh my gosh, and cargo hold. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, so this looking poorly, this is looking poorly, this is looking poorly. All down to you, blue. All down to you. Cargo hold is the desperate one. So I'm just thinking, am I able to do everything? I don't even have any +1 tokens. We're gonna ignore that room ability. We're coming down here and we're going to discard. I'm just thinking, it's your turn next. So you want this blue and you ideally want this red and the green as well. You also need another blue, but we don't have a blue. So let's discard this red to fully repair this room because it's got diverted power. So that's 2 actions. What I should have done really is repaired that a little bit first before I moved. I should have repaired, move, repair. Can I cheat and do that? So I started there. What I should have done is discarded that to repair this one purple square, moved, which is my second action, discarded that red, I think it was, to fully repair. Then that means I can pick 2 from this deck. A blue, good, and a universal, even better. Nothing like a bit of cheating when you're playing solo. Bridge. Oh, engine room, that's okay. Crew quarters is not. Stop it, stop it. So at least it's yellow and he's got the +1. What I could do is just take a second, use this room ability if I can repair the room, and then which says look at the next 2 damage cards and put them back either on top of the deck or on the bottom. I can cross my fingers that the crew quarters is not on both of the cards I draw, so at least I can just have 1 turn to hopefully, because I really want to repair this room, to divert the power from this room. I might do that, you know. So I want to keep back a blue, a red, and a purple. If I can discard this blue then for 1 action to fully repair, I'm going to then activate this. So look at the next 2 damage cards and put them back either on top of the deck or on the bottom. So it doesn't say change the order, so this was the top one. Engine room, that's fine. Armory, that's not great. There's all the rooms that I haven't diverted yet. And cargo hold, that's fine. See, this is crew quarters. So I think actually we are going to have to keep them on top, so at least we know that the crew quarters is not going to be drawn next. Because the crew quarters could potentially come up right there. So what's that? That's 1 repair, 2 activate the ability. I've got 1 more action. In fact, I have 2 more actions. 2 more actions if I want to. I don't know whether to just keep them. How are we doing for reds? Do you need a red? We're gonna move this way just slightly, I think. Yeah, and then we can drift between these, maybe. I think we're gonna keep this for now. We are gonna draw 1 of these. I don't want a green. Damage, armory. So armory, engine room, and cargo hold. Not wonderful. Red. So we know that the crew quarters is coming up in a second. So unless we do something about that immediately, we are going to lose the game. So what I need to do is, I wanted to do this. So I wanted to like repair this and divert the room energy, but we're going to have to just not do that. What I could think about doing instead though is getting this blue up to armory in a minute. So if I could try and keep back these 2 to repair, and then I'd need these to divert. We haven't got enough bits and pieces. So what I could do is, it's all right, we're gonna just have to use some of these. We're just gonna repair, move, repair. So that's 1, 2, 3. We are then going to, what do we want? So blue is going to move up there. We could do with any of these. So let's start just collecting resources that we know we need. Damage. Bridge. That's fine. Repair center. That's also reasonably fine. Crew quarters is not, but we knew that was coming. Okay, blue. We're nearly there with the damage. The damage stops once you get to the whole breach card. So if we can make it that far, we're doing okay. Blue is here. Here, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? So if we can move up, he still doesn't have any +1s. We could move up and then discard, discard. I think we're gonna do that, you know. Oh no, but what about this crew quarters? We're gonna have to move down. It doesn't matter. We're gonna have to. 1. Just let's keep us alive. 2. 3, go on. Yeah, and then we're gonna just take resources. We need any resources at this point, I think. That's a good mix. Come on then. Medical bay. And then repair center, oh dear. And the armory. Oh no. Oh gosh, okay. Interesting. We're gonna have to see whether we are okay or not. Yellow. Let's just think about this then, because if the repair center takes damage, game over. If the armory now takes damage, game over. Is there anything that we can do right now to prevent that from happening? So if I repaired this room, as 2 actions give 3 action tokens to any other player, it's not going to help us. Give a repair cube, that's not going to help us. This ability isn't even repaired anyway, but that's not going to help us. And I've only got 1 damage card left. So what do you reckon? Do you reckon the armory is going to come up, or do you reckon the repair center is going to come up? I think there's a rule in the rule book which says you're not allowed to look through. Which decks are you not allowed to look through? I'm going to check. So it does actually say in the optional rules section, you may not look through any of the decks or discard piles unless stated by an action the current player is taking. This includes counting the cards in any deck or pile. This optional rule will make the game more realistic and harder to win. So we've got to try and remember, has the armory or the repair center taken more damage? The repair center has been damaged here. So I reckon the armory's been damaged here as well though. we can't really get to the, we'd have to go 1, 2, 3, spend the action. So we are going to put all of our eggs in one basket. We are going to pretend that this is absolutely not going to get damaged. We are going to go 1, 2, activate the ability 3, give that to red, and hope for the best. We are going to take this universal card. I think that's looking very nice. And then good shout, everyone. Yes, engine room. Okay, engine room, repair center, haha, and mess hall. So we are now at a point in the game where we are no longer taking damage. So we don't have to worry so much about the cubes. We just need to try and repair everything as quick as possible that hasn't had its energy diverted. So we've got the crew quarters, engine room, and the armory to still get before this deck is depleted, because we are rolling die now at the end of every single player's turn and discarding cards. So this is now red's turn. So because of that, actually, what I'm gonna do is discard this red. No, let's not discard the red, keep the red. We're gonna discard this cube to fully repair. Then I'm going to discard red, red, purple to divert power from this room. So what's that? 2 actions. And then I'm not gonna do anything else. So I'm gonna keep my action back for next turn. I'm going to, whose go is it next? Blue, so we need a red and a blue and purple. So let's take one. Now we damage the ship. So 2, we are discarding 1 card from this deck here. I did have an extra action. Oh no, that's what I just took, wasn't it? Silly. Okay, blue. I think we're actually going to go up to the armory instead. Yellow can deal with this engine room. Yeah, so blue's going to go 1, 2. 3. And that's it. Yellow needs a red, so we're gonna draw 2 from here and see how many we're discarding. 3. So 3 is 2 from the deck. 3 doesn't equal 3. Okay, it is getting reasonably small now, so we need to hurry up. Yellow, we are going to come, I'm just thinking, do I want to try and activate this ability? I think we're okay. We've got a good mix of colours that have come out. This is give a repair cube to another player. I think we're okay. So we're going to just move, oops, excuse me, 1, 2, 3. And then I do have a 4th action. I'm going to spend that 4th action to take a resource card from the discard pile. Shall I do that? No. No. I'm not doing that. Shall I scavenge? Yeah, I'm going to scavenge instead, actually. Let's scavenge. So let's roll. Oh, I don't get anything. On a 1 or a 2, you don't get anything. That's a shame. That's fine, though. I'm going to draw, what? Who's next? Red. Oh dear. Do I want to use both of these? We're going to draw 2 from here. Oh no, I don't want blues particularly. All right. 4, so that's another 2 discarded. Red. So we're just going to go for it, I think. Oh, hang on. Where did my thing go? I don't know. I'm looking at so many different areas now. I'm getting confused. Honestly, I think we're just going to scavenge. So 1. Oh, we got 2. We can draw 2. So who's next? Blue. So we need a red and a blue. We don't have reds or blues. Okay, we are going to take 2 from here. And then, all right, your ability is going to be more useful. 2, 3 to repair you. And then, whose goes at blue? So we need a red and a blue. So sorry, I'll need to use you to repair, and then I'll need a red. I don't have a red, so you'll have to be red, green, purple. So let's take you. We're still okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. Did I use that? What did I do? I scavenged, moved, repaired. I don't think I wanted to do that. 1. Only 1's discarded. All right. We might get there. See what I mean? This is on easy, but it's still not like overly easy. We are nearly there though. So you're just gonna take all of your time you need. So let's 1 action, repair you. Other action, repair you. And then finally we can do a red, green, purple, divert, all power. All right, 1 to go, people. We don't have any extra things there to do. So we need purples and reds. So we are gonna draw this purple. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3. This is close. Yellow. So we need, I'm gonna activate this ability. Take a resource card from the discard pile, discard 1 from the resource deck. So that's 1 action. I'm going to scavenge sugar. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to scavenge again. Okay, we can get 1. So that's purple. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. And now I have to take 1 face-up card or 2 from the deck. I'm going to take 1 face-up card. Oh my god. Oh, 1's discarded. We have, oh, I thought we had 2 there. That's it. That's it. Just as we had enough cards to divert that power as well. Oh my gosh, that was so close. So if we had 1 extra turn, what we could have done is moved him down, repaired. He would have gone 1, 2, discard. But we still wouldn't have been able to do it, because then we would have had to have moved back to the energy core and spend 1 action to put the ship back online. So 7 out of 8 rooms on easy mode. So this is a rather challenging game. But anyway, that was a shame. Very close though. So join me in a moment. I will let you know what my final thoughts are on Solar Storm. So as you can see, Solar Storm is quite a simple cooperative game. It very much sort of relies on the pandemic system, or a lot of the system that a lot of co-op games have, where you're just spending action points and spending resources to achieve certain goals. I must say that I don't particularly like pandemic. I definitely did when I first got into the hobby, but I've certainly outgrown what it's trying to do, and there's definitely certain things in pandemic that I don't like. One of the things is about trading resources and the fact that you need to be in the same city as the resource you're trying to trade. I find that incredibly annoying. But this one certainly, it feels quite different to me in terms of how it flows, and this one improves on the pandemic base mechanism, in my opinion. One of the main things that I really do like about this co-op game is your ability to save your action points to your next round, or your next go if you want to. I know a lot of other co-op games do this, but the ones that I've played tend to not do that, and Pandemic is one that doesn't do that as well, or at least the base game Pandemic. There's lots of different Pandemic games. I don't know if any of them do mix that rule up, but I just think that that adds an extra layer of strategy. And it just allows you to either go all out or just hold back a little bit according to what is on the board at the time, and just be a bit more reactive to the situation. So I just think that that is just something that this game does particularly well, and I do quite like that ability. I also quite like the solo mode in this game, in that you are controlling 3 different people at the same time. I find that in a lot of co-op games you are just multi-handing. But this one tries to streamline this, so you've got your shared deck of resources, and so you have to be quite spatially aware of where all of your meeples are. And I really quite appreciate that when you are moving around and you realise that you've got the resources from something that is at the opposite end of your board, but you're then trying to plan ahead as to what the next meeple colour is doing and where they are on the board. It's a very nice, careful balance in trying to figure out who is best to do what in which turn, and whether you should spend those resources or just try and keep them in your hand for as long as possible for that next person. Another thing I particularly enjoy in this game is the ability of all of the rooms. So you do have different or unique abilities for each room that you are in, and these ones also in the box, you've got multiple copies of each room. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think every single room has a duplicate card with a different ability. Only some of the rooms do, and I know that this is the deluxe version that I'm playing with, and the deluxe version comes with additional cards on top of that. So when you are getting the retail version, you are definitely getting less of a variation in your game as to if you bought the deluxe edition. I think that that's a bit of a shame. I wish that they you know, because that sort of thing enhances replayability so much, I wish that they just put that in the retail edition. But I think they're actually very interesting powers, especially the protection. We didn't see any of that in this game because I repaired the armory too late. But the protection just can be used quite strategically, whether you want to try and protect a room that is at full health so you can activate that ability, or whether you're trying to protect a room so it doesn't get more damage so you can get on top of all of that damage being taken and divert that power. I really like all of those abilities. I think they're very interesting and fun to play with. I will say that I do definitely find some of them are they feel more strong than others. So some of them that do focus on the like protection aspect or repairing, and one of them, I think it's the alternate repair center card, where you can discard a resource when you are in the repair center to repair any other space on the board. And so those ones feel very strong. I have seen some threads on the internet which suggest that you can like break the game doing that, and I definitely haven't found that they are game breaking strong powers, but I definitely do find myself eyeing up where those stronger cards, or what I perceive to be stronger cards, are, and trying to repair those as soon as possible, just so I can utilize those abilities much more than some others, which may allow you to sort of trade resources. Because I do feel like there's a decent turnover of cards that you can sort of get through those resources quite quickly and find what you need for the most part. I do really appreciate how this game sort of ramps up in terms of like stress and keeping you on the edge of your seat. At the beginning of the game, you do sort of feel quite chilled out. You can, you know, potter around and repair this, repair that, divert the power here and do a little bit of damage. Oh, that one over there is looking a bit poorly, let's potter over there. But it quite soon escalates into there's multiple areas that need your immediate attention. You really need to start focusing on these powers of the rooms that you're in to really maximize your spatial ability to get around and repair as much and as quick as possible. I really like how all of the damage cards do tend to ramp that up. What I will say though is that I find that the whole breach card is a bit strange. I do feel like the tension builds up until the point that you do sort of reveal that whole breach card, because at that point no rooms are going to be damaged anymore. So you can then alter the way you're playing the game. It didn't work out for me today, but just about. You know, you don't need to worry about, oh, that one's got no health left now, so it doesn't matter anymore. And I just find that is a slight shift in stress, whereas I feel that the end of the game should be the peak of the stress, and it's not in this case, or I certainly feel that it's not. Maybe it should have been, and that's why I lost, but I just feel like it has a little bit of a strange swing. I do also wonder if there were some like player powers, or, you know, like cards with certain abilities on that you could give out to people and switch them all up, whether that would help to increase the like replayability and you know, game to game differences that you may see, and just sort of give you a personal like feeling of that you're contributing to this. Because I haven't actually played this one multiplayer, and I would like to. But I just sort of feel that if I was playing this multiplayer, you could sort of have somebody that was, you know, alpha gaming and dictating where you're doing things. And I feel like maybe if you had a player power that you were responsible for and you could do, I mean, that's not going to solve the alpha gamer as such, but it might sort of give you an extra edge into feeling like you're contributing to the team. Of course, that also relies on all of those player powers being quite equal in strength. And I know that that is sometimes quite hard to do. Production wise, this game is absolutely beautiful. It's really gorgeous. This is the deluxe edition that I'm playing with, so I believe that the only differences are a few extra cards in the deluxe edition, and from my understanding, the wooden meeples are larger and screen printed. I believe in the retail edition they are smaller and not screen printed. I haven't actually seen what they look like in the retail edition, but if the production is anything like this, and everything else should be the same from what I know, it's really, really nice. The cards I've got all linen finishes on. The cardboard's really, really thick, really good. The cubes are very bog standard plastic cubes that you find in a lot of other games, and this player mat as well that I've been playing on today is a separate purchase, but absolutely gorgeous. It's really, really pretty and very vibrant. So of course the production, as is expected nowadays from a lot of board games is really top notch. That is a really good thing about this game, that I do feel there is a lot of scope here for replayability in terms of the difficulty. As I said, I'm playing on the easy mode, so I have got all of the universal, the like bog standard wild cards shuffled into the resource deck, which not only bulks out the deck even more than it otherwise would be, but also just gives you all of that flexibility to use them as you want to. There are like 4 more difficulties on top of that, so you just reduce the number of cards. In the deluxe edition as well, they also have some extra damage cards that you can use, which give you any room. They do say that that increases the difficulty. I can't imagine how that would increase the difficulty, if I'm honest. Basically, they just give you a blank and you damage any room. So I just feel that that gives you the choice of where that damage is dictated, and so that makes it much less random and predictable, and you can spread it out a little bit more. So I'm not sure if that is the case, that it does make it more difficult. Maybe I'm just not picking up on something there, but I do feel like there is a reasonable scope here to increase the difficulty, and so you know, that there's a reasonable replayability in that respect. But overall, Solar Storm is a fun cooperative experience. It is quite lightweight, so I think it lends itself to like quite an entry level cooperative game. And this one is quite fun solo as well. It doesn't do anything new or like overly exciting compared to some like other big box games, but it's certainly a very solid choice for a cooperative game in that sort of category. And I think it solves some of the issues that I've definitely had with some co-op games like Pandemic. And so I would much rather play this one than Pandemic, and I think that this one would be a good one to introduce to people rather than that one, which is very controversial to say, I know. But I just wouldn't want to play Pandemic anymore. But this one I think is a very solid choice, and very minimal bad things to say about it. So thank you very much for joining me today with my playthrough of Solar Storm. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel and you'll be let know of any future releases that I do. Otherwise, have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.